don't fart in front of each other. Like, walk away.
What, you guys don't fart in front of each other?
We walk away. Only she does.
No, I don't.
Because can I say something that's gonna be very jackassy?
Okay.
Super jackassy, okay? I'm extremely confrontational as a person.
He confessed, and then I got scared.
Hey,
and
hey,
then
it was not all like in the same 5 minutes.
No,
Like,
really.
this Mothership, guys. Yes, seriously.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mothership Help Desk, the podcast where we try to help you with whatever big or small problems you might be facing. I'm your host Drew, and each week I'm joined by a special guest. Together we try to offer, I guess, useful advice for whatever it is you might be facing, whatever problems you have. And that's why I'm super excited to be joined by two guests this week. The first, he is the host of the biggest podcast in Singapore, and he's joined by his wife. In his own words, she works a real job.
I do.
Together they make content on YouTube about their relationship, about whatever it is they're going through in life. Thank you so much for joining me, John and Patrina.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Mothership for the right reason. Woo!
Congrats, I suppose. How did you guys begin making content on YouTube? How did you decide to do that?
Together?
Yeah, together.
Wow, it was a business decision, to be very honest with you.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah, I think it is really trying to create a vertical that was kind of outside of the office, because I think us as a startup, we have a lot of things we want to talk about, but most of it kind of centers within the office, or we take the narrative of someone else. For example, in Millennials of Singapore, where we talk to profiles, or Vulcan Post, where we interview other entrepreneurs, right? For us, we still have stuff we want to share, or we think we want to share, but we want to kind of take it outside of a studio.
Okay.
So we kind of brought our whole relationship into my work.
Yeah.
So how do you decide like what kind of things to cover in each video?
We just had a meeting today, actually. It's
Just
so
the two of
random,
you? Between the two of you, or do you have someone else involved as well?
We have his team.
my producers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. it looks like just her and I effort.
Yeah, gosh.
the editing also, I told my team, don't make it too chill, make it believable. But I do want to admit, we're not trying to pretend that Gravity Media's editors and producers power the channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow, are you sure you want to reveal that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay with that. Okay, I thought you guys were editing it.
Yeah, no.
But you guys film it, right?
We kept this shit
We
out
film
for
it,
that
we
reason.
film it.
You film it, okay.
Yeah,
As long as you film
No
it.
one follows us around.
No,
We actually are filming, and we are not scripted. But the editing part, if you wait for me to edit, then we'll like 2 years one video.
And you guys are pretty like, I mean, like I said, my girlfriend loves the content, right?
Yay.
So it's always on in the background, and I've watched some of the videos. But you guys go into some pretty like real stuff. Like, is it like no holds barred in terms of like what you guys are willing to talk about?
I think we try to be as real as we can. We want to share our experiences with more people on what are the real struggles that a married couple go through, rather than what you see on Instagram and everywhere else, like it's just all happy moments, right? I think we went through quite a lot to be where we are, and we just want to share the experience, because I think these days when we see our younger friends, they are going through a struggle, and we just want to tell them that, hey, it's all going to be fine at the end of the day, and as long as we all struggle, so just keep the faith that it's going to be okay.
Yeah, nice.
The real side, right, was that I started YouTube with this show called After Hours. This was way back, I think, in 2015. I don't know whether people remember that show. And then in 2017, 2018, we kind of remodeled it, relaunched it as Real Talk. Yeah. That's one of Singapore's, if I'm not wrong, the first talk show, internet talk show about like love and sex and relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
So while we started there, and obviously the channel had to start somewhere, we started really small. It was very intimate and very no holds barred at that time, because we're like, at most 5,000 people in Singapore are gonna know, which is, you're not gonna meet these 5,000 people. And then when the show kind of blew out a little bit, the line just kind of disappeared for me, to be honest.
Okay.
Like
so what you
at
are on
point,
camera
like,
is what you are in real life as well?
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah.
Am I?
I think you are.
I'm more energetic when there's a camera. If I'm a very lethargic person, I think.
This week we're going to be tackling mostly relationship kind of questions. Today, are you guys ready to answer those kind of questions?
Yeah, some caveats. We are completely unqualified to do this. We
are not like the...
She my second girlfriend.
John was super worried, actually. He was like, make sure you don't paint us as experts.
Yeah, we are not.
I don't think, who is an expert on relationship stuff, really? No one, I don't think.
It's true, I guess. But maybe more dating experience, like average amount of dating. Like you, do you have an average amount Or how many people have you dated?
Oof. A few.
A few.
Like 5-ish.
Yeah, at least.
You have more experience than
But I mean, like,
Yeah, goddamn. Okay.
like, what do you mean by dated? Like, I've been on a few dates.
Like you
with,
asked her to be your girlfriend.
Oh no, then it's like maybe like 3 or 4.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Still more than
3
him,
or 4.
Yeah,
Not married yet, so I'm not like you, I suppose. Yeah.
I see.
Didn't lock it down early. Okay, before we get to the questions that you guys have submitted, if anyone who's watching this right now or listening, if you guys have a problem, if you have some sort of situation that you need help with, you can write to us at the link that is flashing on your screen right now, or you can find that link in our show description. Write to us there, and who knows, you might get some personalized advice on whatever it is you're facing.
Or get professional help.
Yes. I mean, depends. I mean, we honestly, with the submissions, we got some pretty dark ones. So
Okay. Are we gonna go through the dark ones as well?
No, we'll try and keep it light and fun.
Okay.
Maybe one day when we have someone who's an expert,
Actual expert.
actual expert, we'll do professional ones. Okay, are you guys ready for the first question?
Let's go.
Yes.
This one is from Al. It's either L or I. AI. I can't tell with the.
L.
It's either a small L or a big I. Okay, from L. I like this guy in my class, but I don't know if he likes me back. He was telling my friend that he was interested in DMing this other girl, but I didn't hear the conversation clearly as I was talking to someone else at the time. I don't know what to do because I don't want to ruin my chance of being friends with him. And if he does like someone else, then I wouldn't want to do anything. So what should I do? What should Al do?
What should L do, babe?
Were you guys friends before you started dating?
Yes.
We were.
Yeah.
We were secondary school friends.
I think I heard you were actually, John, you were actually dating someone when you first met Pat, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was my first relationship. So I met Pat when a friend of mine that liked her told me that, hey, there's this girl from the other class that I like. So can you go and be my wingman? And I'm like, okay,
How old? Were you guys?
15.
15. Okay.
yeah. So, but I really wingman for him. I didn't do anything lah. Only when we are 18,
Yeah.
then we reconnected and got together.
Oh, okay. So there was like a kind of a gap. You guys weren't friends throughout the entire.
No. We were in different classes. We kind of walk past each other. Sometimes
Just
hang out
schoolmates.
Yeah.
We're not like, let's go out on Saturday. Also, we are 15 lah, so you can't really, at that time, 15-year-old, go home after school.
So when you reconnected and you were 18, did you have romantic intentions or was it just as a friend thing?
He had romantic
you
intentions.
you
Yeah.
say
And
you
I don't
reach
have.
out.
You didn't
No, you reach out. No, I reach out. Yeah. So I reached out
Yeah.
because I was having some boy problems, and I decided to call him because he was
This
the
bitch.
most gentleman guy in school. And then he confessed, and I got scared.
Hey,
and
it was not all like in the same 5 minutes lah. This was
okay,
like over
maybe
6 months lah.
Over 6 months, yeah. Then after that, I got scared. I said, I guess we should just be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after that, when we got into poly, then that's when I realized. Then when he told me that he has an eye candy, then that's when I realized, oh no, I think I like him, because how come I feel something when he told me he has an eye candy?
Like a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah. Then I pedaled back lah. Then I went back to this guy. Yeah, like,
Jeez, what a
will you marry
trauma.
me
No
if
shit.
at 30 and we are not married? Then he's like, let me think about it.
Okay, so was this problem ever a thing that came up at all for you guys? Like, oh, I'm afraid to lose my friend if I confess or something like that.
Yes.
Yes. But I also knew that at some point, if I like you so much and you are not my girlfriend, it's very hard for me to be friends with you. So I mean, if I think about it, do I want to then... Okay, it was quite easy for me back then to tell myself, move on lah. Since I got rejected it was on the phone lah. Yeah, it was pretty shit ceremony. I just kind of told her on the phone really casually, right? And so she's like, I don't feel the same. So I felt destroyed for a whole of like 10 minutes. Then after that I thought about it, that's okay, because I also wasn't sure whether she liked me at that point in time.
Yeah.
But we were poly year once, and then in poly everything very fun, right? All your girlfriends all start wearing makeup for the first time, right? We all get out of our school uniform, the yellowish color thing, and people they start dressing up and looking good.
Yeah.
And I started a band, which is like a childhood dream of mine. We're not good, but
What kind of music?
But it was fun.
Punk rock.
No, it's called
No, what kind of music?
yeah, what kind of I don't remember that.
metal.
You don't remember what you guys played? It was
Screamo.
metal.
Post-hardcore.
Yeah.
Post-hardcore.
It was
jeez.
not my kind. I want to do like Michael Learns to Rock, man. I'll do Bon Jovi at first. But then the musicians that I held in together, right? Then they are that kind one. They were like, I have no choice lah, Yeah, so I felt like it was a very exciting time to explore life and be single, in fact. So I was like, oh, okay, move on.
But I think in this person's scenario, as a girl, I think I will let go of my pride and I will I'm okay. Depending on when this is happening, if I still have a few more years of school with this guy, I won't confess.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to keep him in my life. Then I will just secretly, secret admirer, and then just every day meet him, still talk to him, and just be in his sight. But if we are graduating and I feel that, oh my god, I'm going to lose my chance, I will confess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so complex though, I think. I think there are many layers. I'm just going to be...
Give us something different. Come on.
It depends you good looking or not.
Ooh.
You popular or not.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I put myself back in my school days, if I find that if it was somehow public information in my school that there's a girl that likes me, if it's either you get a high five or people laugh at you, correct?
Yeah, depending on the girl, right?
Yeah, if you get the high five, then worth it.
Sorry,
if you get the high five, he keep you around.
No, so you will assess the girl with your group of guys, ah?
No lah, you see the girl, you know one lah. Whether it's a high five or Drew.
I think everyone's beautiful in their own way. Don't you?
You know whether it's a high five or like a hey, you know. And I feel like that's a very unfortunate truth.
Yeah.
Is it not?
So if she confess, then because you didn't get a high five, then you will be like, how will you answer? Like, what's the worst that the girl can get from this? Like, if she confess,
saying I don't feel the same, and then if he's an asshole, he go tell his friends about it.
So you should assess if he's a nice guy. What kind of guy is he first, right? Is he going to gossip about you behind your back? How close of a friend are you with this person?
Correct.
Right.
I feel like it's a bit more difficult to be a guy these days because it's a lot more high stakes with the Me Too movement and the rise of extreme feminism. It's higher stakes for a guy to confess to a girl than for a girl to confess to a guy. Because if a guy confessed to a girl and he failed, right, he quite loser. When a girl confessed to a guy and she failed, right, she got guts.
Jeez, Patrina, I think you got to stand up for the feminists here.
No, I think. But I still stand by what I say. The timing matters.
Okay.
If I'm going to see you around and if you reject me, right, I really will feel very paiseh. I don't know how to be around the school and still keep in contact with you. And I still like you, but I have no more entry to you anymore. Like, I cannot get near you because you're going to distance from me.
Yeah.
And I think most guys, right, or even let's say if you are my guy friend and this thing happened to you, I will tell, as a girl, I will say, I think you should stop talking to her. Like, as a girl, I will advise him that because you don't want to lead her on.
Yeah.
But on the other end, I'll be like, just because I confess and then you don't want to be my friend. And then I lost a friend because I confessed.
Yeah.
So I think the timing matters. So if you're already going to leave school, then confess lah. Because
I would never.
Don't you think though, if you wait the longer you wait, the deeper you could fall into the friend zone?
Confirm.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I feel like you kind of have to like do it ASAP to find out whether there's a chance of this happening.
As
or
a
not.
rule, right? But I just got a bad read on Pet lah, right? But as a rule, right, I will only confess if I'm pretty sure she has feelings for me.
So you were how percentage-wise sure she would reciprocate when you confessed to her the first time?
I knew it would be weird, but I thought she'd give it a chance. I mean, in the end, I was right lah in that sense, you know what I mean? Because she did give it a chance. It's just that she didn't articulate the chance.
Yeah.
70-80% sure, I think. Straight up to L or I, right? I wouldn't confess. I think too high stakes for no reason. But I'll make myself more visible to the guy. Be more flirty with the guy. Like, make a move, but the move doesn't have to be, hey, I like you, can you make a decision? It's, you want to get coffee? There is nothing. Then if he laughs it off and like, why would you get coffee? Then you just laugh it off and like, why would you get coffee? You know?
Yeah. Or if he brings another friend to the coffee, then like...
Sure, you know what I mean? Yeah, but then that to me is lower stakes. Because at the end of the day, there's a reputation of, if she's a bit flirty, I could deal with that.
Yeah.
I feel like, not like I could deal with that. It's easier to deal with that than, she's just very friendly. You took it the wrong way, perhaps. Because I feel like in school, there's so many dimensions of bullying and hierarchy. It's not so straightforward. But I also believe that if you like someone, you gotta make the move soon. Because he who hesitates masturbates.
Jeez, I don't know if that's like PG enough for Mothership. So, talking about you confessing to Patrina and then she rejected you. How do you recover from a situation like that? Oh wait, no. First of all, was he right? Did you actually have confused? Like, I mean, when you rejected him, did you have any feelings at all for him?
Oh, how to say this? You're going to break his heart.
No,
I really didn't have feelings for him because back then I was getting over a guy.
Right.
And
Dude,
that's
you
why
chose
I
the wrong
caught-
time, bro.
It's true. To be honest, there was no plan, right? It
we
was
just
a
keep hanging
random.
out.
It was a
Yeah.
phone call about something else, and I just decided to tell her because it felt right to me.
And I
was a
could
bad
sense it. Like I could sense it coming when he said he wanted to talk. Then I like, oh no, how do I reject him? But I think I laid it down very, very lightly on him lah.
Yeah, I think, right, to be fair, if I did not confess, we continue to be that level of friends, right? I'll be your girlfriend.
Yeah, I would have friends
Yeah,
on him.
we will be sisters. So,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's easy for me to make friends with girls because I grew up with two sisters. So I feel like I'm very sisterly.
Yeah.
So if I don't make my move right, I confirm sister.
Jesus. Okay. So how do you recover from a rejection?
I think you embody the narrative that currently is in your favor of she's so brave. Right?
Yeah.
Like I like him, so I told him I like him. He doesn't feel the same then.
But the guy will
Yeah.
start to
It is
distance.
what it
Like
is.
we didn't distance.
I think that's fine. To be honest, we did.
Really?
We did distance. I was just too much of a wuss to cut you out, I think. But to me, to a certain extent, I also want to feel like I don't want to be able to give you the advantage of having the best of me. Yeah.
It's like a little bit of pride there.
Yeah, in that sense lah. And so, but then a part of me is like, but I still like her, so I do still want to be around her. So, but that was it.
In your mind, did you think like I can win her over?
No, I think I moved on already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm like because it was my first time confessing to a girl, and then got rejected, right? So I felt good about it, and
Okay.
because it was not like a cold approach, it's not like I'm afraid that there will be a rumor mill going. So it was less complex than doing this in, let's say, secondary school.
Yeah.
Or poly, where they got cliques and layers of friends and the bullying and the mental health stuff all kicks in. Mine's not. She was a friend from secondary school. After secondary school, she reconnected with me. I was doing part-time jobs, working. So I liked her. I told her that I liked her, and when she rejected me, it was, I'm gonna go poly.
That's why.
I'm gonna meet a lot more
timing,
girls.
That's why I say the timing matters.
Yeah.
In fact, the timing was great for rejection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're gonna go to poly, you're gonna meet a lot more people and things like that.
Yeah. I think we only, at that point, we did orientation course or something.
Yeah, there was
So,
camps and all.
Yeah, already made new friends. Life seemed to be very exciting already.
So in summary, Al or I, you should confess.
No, that
No, that's
from
not the
her,
summary.
Timing-wise.
Not from Patrina.
Yeah.
Depending on the summary, depending on the timing. Sorry. And if you get rejected, you should try and move on to someone else to make him jealous.
Hey,
That's
what, the
what do you
completely
think?
wrong thing.
Is that what,
Oh,
that's
this show
what you
not
guys are
serious
saying?
one, is it?
No? I mean, there's lots of stuff that we said there. You can kind of
in
listen.
summary,
Draw your
right?
conclusion.
Make a move, but the move doesn't have to be confessed.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That's what we said. That's what we agreed on.
That's what he summarized
That's what we
perfectly.
agreed Okay. I gotta stop starting my sections with okay. Because when I edited that.
No, you do you. We do okay together. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thank you so much. This second question is from Cheesy98.
Sick.
Cheesy98 says, me and my partner have been together for 3 years plus.
Wow, congrats.
We haven't been having as much sex this past few months. And
Cannot help you.
When I brought it up, he told me that he's been less attracted to me since we've moved in together. This is because most of the time he sees me in home clothes with no makeup on. He said he finds me more attractive when I dress up. I can't help but feel a little bit hurt by this. Do you have any thoughts?
I would be so hurt. I chose to be vulnerable in front of you, and you are the special one, and you tell me shit like that.
Okay, say real. Is this a problem that you guys have at all?
Is it a problem?
No.
Are you sure? Not sure. Okay, I feel that
Yes, it's a problem.
yeah, we must also play our part. You don't wear like torn t-shirt and then your grandma panties at home lah, right? I mean, you're staying with a guy, you still need to dress up a bit, but like maybe buy Uniqlo spaghetti top,
No, I believe there's
cute
a second win.
shorts. What?
When you're attracted to a girl, right, and then let's say you're moving together, then there's that high at first. then it will gradually dip because you all start taking shits in front of each other. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
take shits in front of each other.
Don't close the door.
Yeah.
Close the door. Don't fart in front of each other. Like walk
Yes.
away.
What, you guys don't fart in front of each
We
other?
try
We
not
walk
to.
away.
How long
Only
have you
she
been
does.
married?
No, I don't.
Because she cannot control her farts, man.
Dude, I've seen you fart on camera and smell it, and then you were like, I didn't eat curry today or something like that. It was on one of your videos. You definitely fart in front of Patrina. I've seen it.
No, I don't think so.
or maybe Patrina farted and then you
No,
were smelling.
if we fart, it's an accident.
Yeah,
it's not real.
It's for fun, I think. No, we don't. We really don't. Like literally at night, right? When we're lying in bed, we're watching TV, for example. Like I would get up and just run to the toilet, close the door, just to fart.
What? No, that can't
Because
be
I
real.
don't want to smell a fart. Then to be fair, she don't smell my fart.
And when he bathes, right, he locks the door. I don't understand why. I
Serious?
cannot go in and I cannot just look at him bathe. Cannot. Like
That
he
might be
pee
because
also
he's
cannot.
doing something else when he's bathing though.
No,
that's
but
not
he's
true.
really
It is
very-
Mothership, guys. Get serious.
Wow, this person.
No, I feel like there will be a second win. In initial attraction, a lot of it is on looks. And when looks deteriorate because you see each other age or get fat or get comfortable or dress down or no makeup and stuff like that, I think that's a testing point of the relationship. Right? Some guys are into that. But then I do believe when both sides want to make it work, they try and make it work for each other. And in that sense, the relationship, for us at least, we found a second win. Not like it deteriorated, it's more like the attraction level may drop. We still love each other, but the attraction level may have dropped. And then we found new things to love about each other's minds and personalities and quirks and stuff like that. I feel like that's very, very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like this guy brave. Or rather,
To say brave to confess that.
yeah, actually, it's the girlfriend read him more. Actually, it's his girlfriend read him.
So you think the guy, like, she should have respected that the guy was so honest with her?
Wow, I don't know. He's stupid also lah. That's our thing,
Yeah,
Karen.
that's
Don't
a
you
bit-
say out one.
A bit crazy. I mean, like, how important do you think sex is in a relationship?
I think it depends on your sex drive. Like for us, I'm thankful that we are on the equal length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
the
weren't always
wavelength.
at equal wavelength.
There were
Right.
time that you were higher.
I was higher, then there was a time that you were higher, and now we've normalized.
Met in the middle.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think at the start when we were younger,
Okay.
yeah, then I think we were at a higher drive.
We last time like rabbits.
We were.
Like
Then
rabbits.
after that, when we start working, where we got really tired, and then that's where we tapered this down.
Yes.
And then now it just is down. We are just done.
Yeah, I feel like to a certain extent, don't get too offended by what he says, because I tell you what's also a very real problem, and I speak about this every situation I can. I think with the prevalence and accessibility of porn, there are more and more men that are addicted to porn and masturbation. And when that happens, right, and you use your hands, and many Singaporeans, especially when I do a dipstick test with the guy I know, right, they don't even use lube, for example. They use their hand or they use soap and stuff like that.
Okay.
And when that happens, right, you get a different sensation when you masturbate and when you have sex, in that sense. And clearly your hand's grip is stronger than the natural opening of a woman, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so sex becomes physically less pleasurable than masturbation in that sense. Also the visual stimulation of pornography. And I think where I give props to her boyfriend is that the boyfriend did say that it's a visual attraction problem. There are also people that say you are getting fat instead, because they don't want to confront their own demons, that they rather masturbate than go through the effort of having sex with you,
Okay.
right? So they would say you're getting fat. They would say that it's something that you do that I don't like, that it turns me off.
Excuses.
But you know?
Just an excuse.
Yeah, so I feel like, and to a certain extent, last time you wait Monday to Friday so you can see your girlfriend on the weekend, especially us when we were dating and now it's in NS and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I see you and you're excited. But now I see you when I wake up, I see you when I sleep, I see you every time we were talking, and because we're talking more, we're fighting more. So sometimes when I see you, I'm reminded of things that irk me. I feel like that is completely inevitable, and my advice would be work through it. Still don't give up on each other physically. Like, don't give up on yourself physically. You gotta work out. You gotta still take care of your skin. You gotta try and cut your hair, do something nice for each other. Home clothes also got nice one. Go and try, buy nice home clothes, nice sleeping wear or whatever, right? And just keep it there, and I promise you, if y'all want it enough, right, y'all will find a second win.
Do you wear
There's some
makeup?
real advice. What?
Sorry, yeah. Do you wear makeup at home?
No, I don't.
Only me.
Do you have with the eyebrows
don't.
and stuff like that? Do you?
How dare you?
Sorry,
It's
mate.
embroidered.
Sorry, mate.
I
Sorry.
do have an eyebrow pencil.
Okay. Nice.
Who helps you with that? Do you do it yourself?
I don't know. It was just more of between embroideries. Sometimes just
Yeah.
touch up.
Well, you gotta keep up the appearance of being attractive at home. Otherwise, Patrina will get
It's more
bored
for
of
the
you.
camera, to be honest, because when the flash come right, then the eyebrow right, not enough look bald and
Oh, you're so honest.
I like it. Yeah. Do you dress up at home or you don't care about that
I
anymore?
don't, but like I said, I dress up at home.
yeah, your home clothes so nice.
Yeah, so I buy nice home clothes and they are not like expensive. I go to Taobao, Uniqlo.
Shein.
I just find nicer home clothes.
What is a nice home clothes like?
It can be like a tank top or I don't know, like
Yeah.
some cute pajamas.
There's those very nice tank tops that have the cup already inside, so it's not like you have to wear a bra at home.
Padded.
Yeah.
I have heard that like if you're not having sex in your relationship, oftentimes it has to do with other issues other than just pure attraction. There's some sort of deep-rooted like bitterness or
Yeah.
something like that, or some sort of resentment about something the other person did. Yeah, so
Perhaps.
that might be something that they have
I mean,
to talk through.
to a certain extent, we've been together since we were 18. It's been 16 years we're together. And of course, our sex life is not as active as younger couples, for example, or us when we were much younger or so. And sometimes we try and give ourselves excuses, right? We explain it away. We're getting older, our sex drive is just not that high anymore, you know? We think like that's normal. But whenever we do the deed, for example, we do feel more intimately connected.
Yes.
Yeah, and that could last for a week, for example. Yeah, so I do think it's important to a relationship, but I also have friends that completely don't have sex drive.
and then
that
happy
said friend will be watching
marriages,
this.
relationships.
I there's always one party that's not happy lah. I
Yeah.
don't think you will ever find someone that is both not interested or like both.
Yeah, no, why
no
you're
sex
together
drive.
if both you're not interested?
Maybe
Yeah.
they're both. Yeah, I don't know.
Asexual, yeah.
No, but I think the way she should see it is be appreciative that guy spoke up.
Okay.
Like there are things that you can work on. So very, very long ago when we first started dating, right? He will always tell me, I think it's time you exercise. Like he will drop hints and I get very affected. Like as affected as telling my friends, like, oh my god, I think he's saying I'm fat. Like why he asking me to exercise? Then I will reply is like, my reply to him would be like, when I'm fat, I will know it, you know? Like I will know when I have to exercise. You don't have to force me. And then a few years down the road, I really got fat. I guess not fat, I put on weight. After the wedding, I think I put on at least 5 kg.
Okay.
And then I started realizing that
I also.
he has been trying to help me not to get there. Like he has been trying to encourage me to exercise with me and he dropped all these hints, but I just refused to listen.
Yeah.
And then when I finally picked it up, lucky it was not too far off lah. So I'm trying now. I'm still trying.
Okay.
Like I still haven't shed the weight, but I'm still trying to get back into, not say like, you know, skinny, but just
Healthy.
be fit, healthy.
Yeah.
That I can carry my own weight. Like I didn't know I was so weak before until I went to the gym. Then I came back and tell him, I said, you know, I cannot even lift this 20 kg thing. Then he's like, yeah, I've been trying to tell you.
So when you guys talk about it now, does it still upset you or?
No, it doesn't. I
Okay.
think it motivates me now. Yeah. So I think from that perspective, if she turned it around to see that like, okay, like I really need to make sure I make the effort to spice up how I look at home. Or not just spice up, like just make a bit more effort. I think things can work. Like it's the same thing if she has something to say about him because things don't always stay the same. Why one day he changed and then you want to find an avenue to talk to him about it, but you remember that back then when he told me about this, right, I was like, no, like everything I just keep telling him, oh, you change and then why you tell me this kind of thing. I think
from my
topic to
point
talk
of view, I could see the slight weight gain, but it's not because I'm no longer or less attracted to her, but it's more of I know how it'll get worse, and she does not have a habit of exercising. If you exercise and you're gaining weight, I'm like, sure, you know, we're getting older. I love you for you already, but she doesn't exercise. She doesn't eat vegetables also, and now at least she takes supplements. But back then she don't take supplements also.
So it was like a health thing from
yeah,
your
so
perspective.
from my point of view, is that if the moment you get fat, right?
yeah, let's not use the word fat.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
I think we say what it is, to be honest.
Okay,
like,
okay.
right, we choose politically correct words, but they mean the same thing, but we all know it. Right? I feel like at some point, if I have to look at my wife and in my head I'm looking at her, I'm thinking, oh shit, you're so fat, right? Then
Not attractive.
this is what I have chosen and this is who I'll be with for the rest of my life because I know that divorce is just not an option. Like I will never leave her. So, or I will never propose that divorce. So, not least because she gained weight, you know what I mean? And so for me, when everything we do, we have to do it with each other in mind. Not for each other, but with each other in mind. You want to get fat, you must know that I'm going to live with you and forever. Yeah, and I'm going to bring you out to all social functions, and we're going to go hiking, we're going to go holidays with our friends, we're going to go to times where there are beach holidays, and you don't want to go to the beach because you don't want to wear a bikini, so you don't go on a trip, so I don't go on a trip. And I feel like the repercussions of that is, it ripples, you know? Or
Okay,
you don't want to go to this event because you feel like you cannot, you feel insecure at said event because this event is full of models and actresses and influencers, for example.
Yeah.
And so when I have to go because it's work, then we gotta fight about it because you felt insecure about being there, and so now you're insecure that I'm there without you, and or I don't go. Yeah, so I feel like these things all add up and they pile up, and it's quite real.
Yeah, interesting. I think I like that. I mean, like you said, it's not necessarily politically correct what you guys are talking about, but these are like real things that I suppose like any couple who has been together for a long time think about and talk about and have to deal with, I suppose. Okay, but say real, right? Patrina, if John put on 10 kgs from today, would you still be attracted to him?
I think I will.
Let's be honest lah, she's not with me for my looks, correct? Guys!
I think I will, but only because I see the effort that he has been putting in throughout the time that we have been together. Like for both of us, I think we put on weight over the past 16 years, but we still accept
16 kilo.
1 kilo for each.
We still accept each other for who we are because looks is one lah, but it really goes beyond that. Like we really spend most of our time, half our life together already.
Yeah.
And unless he really, like what he said, right, go into a very unhealthy look, then I think there needs to be an ultimatum, or there needs to be an intervention to say that, hey, we need to do something about it because it's about your health.
Yeah.
But if one day, let's say maybe he disfigured, I don't think I will leave him lah, or he put on a lot of weight.
Who's to say I'm not disfigured already?
Yeah, I think I won't because of that leave him lah. Yeah. As long as I see effort in him trying.
Yeah, you don't give up on yourself. I think that's what's important to us. You don't give up on yourself.
Yeah. John, how about for you? Say real talk.
Real
talk. Never. I feel like
I asked him many times before.
Yeah, at this point, we don't ask ourselves what are the conditions before it takes. Like, what will it take for us to break up, you know? It's the opposite. Like, what will it take so that we'll be happy forever? Yeah, so I don't think it's a question that I've ever asked myself also. So it doesn't cross my mind, to be very honest. But I don't like if she gives up on herself. Like, I'm fat, lor. You know, I love me for me. There's like, you know, then you feel like very entitled to love. You know what I mean? I feel like everything you do, you must earn, you know what I'm saying?
Gosh, okay.
Yeah.
You have to put in the effort, I guess, to...
However little it may be, try something. Eat carrot, you know?
Yeah.
1 spoon less of rice.
I've heard you guys talk about in the past before, in like different videos, about different things that you've done to like kind of spice up the marriage and the relationship a little bit.
It's gonna go there.
Like those massages and things like that. How do you like come up with these things? Like, what do you do? Like, you're researching it on Reddit or something? This is all stuff that you guys have talked about out there, you know?
How
it's not
old
like...
were we?
The first one. I think
The
we
only
were...
one.
The first one.
I think it's 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. No, we are past 30 already.
I talked about it on Real Talk, babe.
Oh, then that's quite long,
Real Talk is 2017, I was 27 years old.
Is it before COVID? Forgot already. But
it's way before.
How we got to it was because there was one time. So we love going to Bali.
Yeah.
Then there was one time we overbooked the stay. Like I don't know why, I just booked like 5 or 6 days, and then we ran out of things to do, and we were really just lying on bed, like thinking, okay, what's next? And then he was just googling massages, and then
Clean
I
massages.
think just
massage.
just massages.
Couple massage.
Then I think the Nuru massage came up.
Yeah, there was a tagline. I don't want to say it.
Is it PG?
It is, but I don't wanna say the location.
Yeah.
You want to keep it between.
We get keeping
your special spot.
You know what? A lot of people are gonna go to the comment and they're gonna type where is the place.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So then we came across that place, and then we decided try lah. But when he first told me, I'm like, are you crazy? Like, what are we supposed to do there? I'm like very anxious.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect, and I was like, why can't we just go for normal massages? Then after that, he's like, no, this is very clean. It's a real thing. It's not like a shady kind of massage and all. So I've decided that okay, since we got so much time,
Wait,
I'm
what is it? Maybe for the people who aren't aware.
body to body massage.
Okay.
So the masseuse will use their body to massage your body.
Okay.
And
So it's sensual.
Yeah.
It's probably a visual treat, if you will, right? But that's it. You are with your partner on the same bed.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as an individual woman, I can also go for it. Like I can go myself,
Okay.
and there is services for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he decided to book. He was very garang at the start. He's like, oh,
At
let's
the
go and
start?
do it.
Were
like,
you offended when he asked you?
No. To me, it was just another kind of massage.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think too much into
It's
it.
actually my wife, guys.
Yeah, I was like, okay, just another kind of massage. I mean, if it's not shady and it's out there, and I heard of this term before,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay lah. Then let's try. But I'm a bit shy lah.
Okay.
So then he booked it and all. Then on the actual day, when we are on the way there, he was very sheepish. He's like, let me just come down outside. I'm like, huh? We're here already. Let's just go in. He said, no. I need to breathe.
What were you nervous
I don't know,
about?
I don't know why he got nervous. And then it made me realize like, oh my god, is this not legit one? Like, how come suddenly he back
Like
up?
even you look at the establishment, it looks great, dude.
Yeah, that-
it looks
uh,
like Vegas restaurant, like you're about
Okay.
to walk
Like
into
a
a private
resort.
restaurant and
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
but I don't know, yeah, I just chicken out.
So you didn't go for that one that you
no,
booked?
I pulled him in.
Oh,
I'm like, we
okay.
booked already.
She snapped at me, like that was very funny. Like
to
I
me,
remember
it's
she
like
snapped
you
me
finally
outside.
convinced me. It's like dangling a carrot in front of you, right?
Yeah,
then after
yeah,
that, when
yeah.
you really want to eat it, then it's like, I think now I just throw it away.
You got excited about it. And
yeah,
then,
so
I don't think she was excited about it. I think it's more of like the sunk cost fallacy of like getting out, getting dressed, then booking a cab, and then there's nothing
Yeah.
else there but that. you
we are
see.
already there.
So I was like, oh my god, we're already here. Just do it lah. Why you chicken out now? That kind.
No,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
know there's options. I know that they will ask you things like what you are comfortable with.
Okay,
There's a
okay.
questionnaire. And I'm also excited to know what's going on behind those doors, right?
Yeah.
Then then we went for it. Lah.
Super fun.
So it was almost like a random thing that you guys
It was a
discovered, and then it's like, oh, this actually helped our relationship afterwards.
Yes. You know, hey dude, that was when we, a previous question we talked about, we had a level
sex
of
drive.
low before we got our second win, right?
Yeah.
And that was actually partly what helped our second win.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
So for cheesy 98, you should dress better at home. Maybe
Just
put
go
in a
Taobao.
little
Hey, that's
bit of
victim blaming.
effort
No, just
and
put
then
in
get
effort.
some,
Yeah.
find some massages. Is that what we're
No,
saying?
put in effort. But to cheesy 92, is it?
98.
98,
Yeah.
boyfriend, you should not lose. As in, you also need to put in the same amount of effort in
I agree,
upkeeping
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
And allow her to speak her mind when the time comes.
Yeah. And actually, now that you mentioned that, the thing I would add is that for cheesy 98, this is the moment. If you have anything that you're upset at him about,
Yes.
that you want him to change, this is the moment that you should mention it to him.
No, but don't take revenge lah.
It's terrible.
Don't take revenge. Don't be like just because
Hang
she
up the
said
phone, hang up the
something.
phone.
Yeah, so don't be hateful. Like don't just because he said something then you want to say something.
yeah,
in
it's got to be a
return.
constructive
Yeah.
conversation.
Nobody wins when a couple fight,
Yeah.
Even especially if you're married and living together. We argue, I win, I have to live with a loser. And if she wins, she have to live with a loser, and we are sulking, we are upset, and who wins?
Yeah. How do you guys resolve your conflicts? I've heard you guys talk about like the different tempers that you guys have, things like that.
I've grew to give him space. Like last time, right, when he said he needs space, I cannot. I must be in his space. I'm like, no, we
I
need
secretly
to
like-
we need to solve this right now. You talk to me. And then he knows that when he talks, when he's angry,
Yeah.
things will blow out. Like maybe he will say things he don't mean, and he will want to agitate me back.
Yeah.
So he rather have space, but back then I couldn't understand. Then I think after 6 years of really living together in the same house, and when it's just the two of us,
Yeah.
I decided to like, you know what? Yeah, I understand why he needs his space.
No, I don't think I say things I don't mean, but I think that because we know each other so well, I know how I can make it hurt for her, and I don't want to let myself go there.
Yeah.
But it's not like I fabricate things, Like to me, it's that law. And if I'm feeling a level of hurt or betrayal or whatever, right? I mean, not like she's ever cheated on me, okay? Like betrayal, like a,
Yeah.
And I feel like when people fight, we say things that we try and get other people to feel what we are feeling. And sometimes you don't get the reaction you want, then you amp it up. And especially when one party is fighting to win, for example, then it gets extremely frustrating. So I think the space actually is good for both of us, because sometimes when heated moments you fight to win that time, then there's just no point to fight. Yeah, I just try to make it hurt for you, and then you're trying to win. So I feel like when we have time to kind of forget the fight, because like 99% of a fight very meaningless. I mean, like don't even remember that kind.
Yeah.
Like so why you upset? Then it's like because forget.
Yeah.
And sleep, Yeah, so I feel like the distance is good in a sense whereby we just want to know how we make each other upset, so that we can properly apologize for it. And I think we do this thing unconsciously without really having a chat about it before, is that whenever we define who, for example, was the root of said argument,
Yeah.
someone apologized, the other person will apologize for hurting. Yeah, so that we never really discussed this, but
Yeah.
that usually is how it ends.
Did you guys ever find it hard to say sorry to each other?
I find it quite hard sometimes. Because
That's okay.
at the back of my head, I'll be like, but I didn't cause the fight. It's not me. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a very stubborn person. So, yeah, most of the time he apologizes more.
Really,
Yeah.
man? No lah. I think even lah.
Even?
Don't say that. It's even.
I feel like you seem like a really good husband, John.
No. Pet
No.
makes it very easy. Really, 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 really.
Really?
Really lah.
Amp it up.
Should amp it up. Pet makes it very, very easy to be married.
Actually, I'm kind of curious about something that you just said earlier, Pat. But because there's a difference between how you want to react in an argument versus what John prefers, right? So how do you control like what you prefer? Because you want to be in his face,
Yeah.
but actually he wants space. And I think a lot of people have faced this issue with like different conflict resolution styles, right? And it sounds like there's a bit of a clash in that case. So how do you adjust? Because when you're angry, you just
Yeah.
want to do what you
Yeah.
want to do.
I think after staying together for 6 years, I came to realize that
Has it
last
only
time,
been?
yeah, it's only been 6 years of our marriage.
Crazy.
Yeah, I came to realize that when we were younger, we stay apart. So we don't stay in the same house.
Yeah.
So all the time that I have, I just want to be in his face, and I just want to annoy him back even more. But now that we are in the same house, I think it's really unhealthy if I continue the ways that I do. like I gave him no space to run, Like if he goes to the toilet, if I follow him, and I feel that there is no safe space for him at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are many, many times when we first got married and we were still trying to adjust to the lifestyle. Not that it was hard to live with him, but when we quarrel, in order to avoid me, he'll go out of the house. And that's when I get worried. Because when you are quarreling,
Yeah.
he wouldn't answer my phone, or like he wouldn't return the text. And I'm just thinking like when
I'm
he
just
go,
in a stairwell. I didn't go very far.
yeah, but I didn't know where he
Just outside
go.
the
Yeah, the mosquito bite, bro.
So then I start to realize that maybe it's not that healthy to insist on my ways, and in order to make it work, I think we need to compromise lah.
Yeah. And
Can I
was
say
it a-
something that's gonna be very jackassy?
Okay.
Super jackassy, okay?
Let's go.
Please do. Yeah.
I'm extremely confrontational as a person. So to be very honest, when I'm upset, I don't need space.
Okay.
I want to talk it out.
But
And this is where I look terrible. My instinct or my gut tells me that I think Pat needs space.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I think not space. I think Pat needs to stop fighting for a while. To remember exactly what we're fighting for.
yeah. Sometimes I tend to forget. Then I just go on at the wrong reason. Like maybe the fight started because of this, right? In between the fight, he did something. I will harp on the second thing, and I forgot what we were fighting for, and I will fight the second thing.
Like she can take a shovel, hit my face, right? Then like, I say, why you hit my face, right? Then like for example, I say, F you, why you hit my face?
Why
Then she
you
say,
say F you?
how can you say vulgarity? Then we are fighting about that. Because I'm not really that upset.
Yeah.
I a bit upset because you take the shovel, hit my head, right? But now I say, F you take the shovel, hit my head, right? Then she said, how can you use vulgarity on me? Then I'm like, wow, man. That's literally how I talk some more.
Yeah.
It's a real fight, by the way. Not the shovel, but
So maybe just bonus advice. What's the one line advice that you have for people who are in an argument right now, and what should they do with their partner to solve the argument? Bonus advice, general one.
I think we recognize that no one likes to be wrong and no one likes to apologize. And so what would that middle ground... I mean, I'm talking for everyday smaller arguments, right? Not if they cheat on you, I cheat on you, get to the bottom of it. But like for the everyday things, we recognize that nobody wants to be wrong and nobody likes to be wrong. Nobody wants to be the dog and apologize over and over again. So like recognize what that middle ground is that you would do if you were wrong. Yeah, and then don't push for the result that you wouldn't do for that you yourself wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say pick your battles and don't fight every single thing lah. Like, because you're gonna live for like what? For the rest of your life and if you're always going to be at heads with each other, and it's just very unhealthy. So I feel that for little things, we try to compromise with each other and let things go. Just let go. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit of a recurring segment, I suppose, we're thinking of introducing to the podcast. It's called Fast Advice. We'll think of a catchy name for it. But basically what we're looking for is like one line advice to this question. Right? And then maybe if it's interesting, we can discuss it a bit more. But this is from Isabel. Isabel writes, my fiance and I decided to get married by getting a BTO. I still want a normal proposal though. Am I asking for too much?
No,
Fast
you're not.
advice.
I think it's the norm these days, and I'm very proud of myself who initiated the BTO. Because when we first bought the BTO, he was still in the army, and he has no income. Okay lah, very little income.
No income.
Okay, no income. And then we managed
Army
to
get allowance.
Yeah, so we managed to get quite a fair bit of the grant.
Okay.
But also make sure that he's the one lah. Like, we kind of know that we are going to marry each other, but things will change, I understand. But yeah, I made the decision to say that let's go and take a BTO.
Yeah.
But I don't think it discounts the proposal. The proposal will still come lah, right?
I think you gotta be sensitive with the guy's financials.
About the proposal?
About the guy's finances.
For the proposal or for the house?
For the ring.
Okay, for the proposal.
Okay, yeah.
No, but do you think, like, how come why this girl thinks that after you buy the BTO, the guy won't propose? Are there people who do that? They just use the BTO as a
Maybe
proposal?
My parents are
yeah.
probably, I think my parents never proposed.
But
You had like a pretty hectic, like a pretty full-on proposal, right?
Yeah.
Like I saw the video and stuff.
Yeah.
And you were nervous. Why were you nervous when you had a BTO already?
He's nervous
No,
not...
I wrote a song, bro.
Yeah, not that whether I will
The
marry
song
him.
suck, I cannot sing one eh.
He's not worried on whether I will say yes or no. He's worried about the song.
The song.
Yeah.
It's because you
I
didn't
have
stick
missed
to
the
your
plot.
roots. You went to soft rock. You should have stuck to post-hardcore for the proposal song.
Was the breakdowns the missing breakdown was not there.
So it was more about the performance that you were nervous about.
A little bit. I think also that it was very high stakes. For me, I feel like I asked the church to lend me the main church. Then there were like 50 friends.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why.
You're nervous for the wrong reason, not for the
Got too much.
proposal.
No, then I have like stage anxiety. I have public speaking anxiety. That's another thing.
Everyone is like, then why you propose in front of so many
I
people?
also don't know.
Honestly.
Can I tell you why I invited so many people? Because when I wrote the lyrics, right, what felt right, well, there was this line on the lyrics that says in front of our family and friends.
Yeah.
So I needed to recreate the moment to fit the song.
Okay.
Not that I didn't want them there, I really wanted them there,
Yeah.
But so I thought high stakes
There's no advice to this. It's
No,
to
it's
the
just
guy,
yes or
you
no.
must propose.
Yeah.
Have to.
There you go, Isabel. Make sure he proposes to you.
If you can afford it If not,
Okay
then
lah,
you
if you
lower
can
your
afford
expectations
it,
for
okay,
what's
okay.
a acceptable proposal.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a simple proposal, but I suppose at the very least, he
Yeah.
should properly ask.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised though. I think there are many girls that would get pissed off over a shitty proposal or shitty ring
Okay.
compared to you never do it. Because then you never do it, then like, hey, do it leh. Is the argument. Why you still haven't proposed is the argument, as opposed to, wow, his proposal suck, man, and the ring looks like that.
I don't think anyone ever said that.
I've heard it before.
But if you need
They're
help
very
with the
sad.
ring, DM me.
Okay. You need help with the idea, DM me, I help you, okay?
He will help you write a song.
No.
Any genre you want. But
Post-hardcore.
post-hardcore would be
But
better.
you also have breakdowns.
Yeah. This one is from Johnny Under Pressure. Johnny Under
I
Pressure.
know you.
My girlfriend of about 3 years has more recently been talking a lot about marriage and BTO and all. For the most part, everything is really good, but I don't know if I'm ready. How do you know when is the right time to get married? Johnny Under Pressure wants to know how do you know when the right time to get married is?
I don't think there's a right time, but
That's right person.
yeah.
Ooh.
When it's with the right person and when all things are aligned, like finances,
Yeah.
like your work and everything, I think then you will know. Back
Okay.
then, we also didn't know. We didn't have it all. Like he was not
We had
working.
nothing.
Yeah, we had nothing.
So far from having it all.
and then we went to buy a BTO.
Yeah.
But to us, it's like, it will fall into place. We will continue to have a job. Like, we will not stop working. It's not like one day I'll be like, hey, you know what, I decided not to work. And then things will fall into place. And we just know that it will happen and it will be okay.
Yeah.
So I think the answer is with the right person.
Okay.
Like, I know his personality that I will not suffer when I'm with him.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So then
Yeah.
I took the leap of faith. Just like
You
he did.
mentioned the thing about like when finances are in line, right? Okay, so I apologize if you guys don't want to talk about this. We can exclude this. But I do recall that like at one point John, you had like quite a bit of credit card debt, right?
Oh, you know quite a lot about me.
You
Mate,
really do your homework,
I do my research.
I feel like someone really wanted to know my background, right? That it's already there, huh? It's a bit much, huh?
Your credit rating
Yeah.
is out there. But
It's
so how
AA
do
now.
you
It's AA now.
deal with that? Because like like just like you said, the finances must be in line.
I think for me, because I've been through my family background, we are not well to do, right? And my dad has went through debts before.
Yeah.
And then me myself, I went through a few debt before, trying to make things work, trying to, I struggled. Last time I struggled paycheck to paycheck. So then when it happened upon him, I just knew what to do. And like, okay, balance transfer this shit, and then we will just break it into different installment, and then let's just close case. And I know for him, he didn't do it on purpose. It was not intentional to accumulate this debt.
It was not even spent on myself.
Correct. Like, it's not like he went on big trips or buy branded stuff. No, he didn't. Yeah. So it was just he didn't
Stupid
manage
lor.
it well.
It's just
lor.
very stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, to me, right, when you find the one, or not just say the one lah, when you decide to stick it through with this person, you need to be there for the thick and the thin, and like for the good and the bad. Like, there will be good days, there will be bad days, and when the bad is here, it's how it's going to test your relationship.
Yeah.
And I think through different times, and yeah, we have really went through quite a bit to see clearly that this person is the one.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's just like you ask me this question now, then should I just buy the BTO? Nobody will know lah what will happen. Yeah. So buy the BTO only if it makes sense now because of the finances. You can get the grant. Find factual reasons for
Okay.
now. Like, when it comes to your heart, I think it needs time to prove whether the person is the one.
Am I understanding you correct? You would say BTO first and then figure out if this person is the right person?
If the talks of BTO is around with this person, right, that means there must be some reason why either of you brought it up. Right? Cannot be suka-suka. You 3 months, then you say, well, BTO.
Oh,
I don't
I know
think-
people who've done stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. How long were you guys in before you BTO'd?
We dated for
Dude,
6
I was
years.
in NS. After NS, I need to go uni.
Yeah.
I was like level -2.
But again, it's an eventual thing. I know he's not going to not work. Like, I think we paid
300.
333,000. After grant is 283,000.
Yeah.
And when I done the math, right, every month we just need to fork out $500 each. And I thought, okay lah, even if we do simple job, we can
Yeah.
afford. Yeah,
If we made like $2,000, we will be able to cover that.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the finances part, I was quite okay lah.
Yeah.
I was not. I was terrified lah.
I mean, you talked about right timing, but then it's more important, I guess, to know if it's the right person. So how do you figure out if it's the right person?
How do you know I was right for you? Your mom like me. Your family can click.
That's so important to me.
If your friends like the person, is that
Friends
what
not as important. If my family don't like you, I think I won't date you. Yeah.
Wow,
Same.
okay.
So quite early on, I will try and make some casual brushes with my family, like meet for dinner or like we go to church together, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Patrina, did you know that this was a really important thing to him, the family thing?
I know. Before I knew him, as in before we dated, I already know he's a very family-oriented person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in school we heard about his family, and then when I popped by his house when we were friends, it's like, oh, they are very close-knitted family. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know if I had a good impression with his mom lah. I think the very first time when I met her, I say hi auntie, and I'm staying over his house already.
Oh, geez,
It's like a hi
okay.
auntie, sorry to impose on you. Then I just stay over.
Yeah,
And your
but
mom had no
I'm like,
oh, that was so
it's not
shit.
right.
Let me ask my mom.
Your mom seems like a pretty chill person then.
But
she
his
chill.
mom doesn't allow
She's more
his
strict
sister
with the daughters.
to stay over. So I'm like, wow, what kind of impression am I giving, sir?
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah. No lah, but I got pre-prepped my family. My family loves her. Like, first time they met her, they like her already.
And I think also because I'm very different from his ex-girlfriend. Like, I'm very loud. No, I'm very loud.
Oh.
Like, her ex-girlfriend is very meek and very soft.
Okay.
Yeah, so then when I come in, and I think his parents are also very loud people, and it was very easy to click with his parents lah.
Yeah.
Whichever restaurant my family go to, we are the noisy table.
Oh, that's kind of like my family as well, to be honest.
That's nice, huh?
Sometimes it's nice, sometimes not super
Chaotic.
nice. I hate it when we're going overseas and like my family is always the most noisy people. And then it's if you're someplace like Japan or something,
Oh,
and like
I see,
everyone's just like shouting at each other at like the dinner table. It can be a bit like, oh, can we like have a quiet conversation tonight or what? How do you make what do you think is important to make a good impression on parents? It's very tough for someone like me, honestly. Because of the body art. Yeah. I do tend to, sometimes I wear long sleeves, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I want them to like me first, then I can like,
Be
show them what's up.
I think I always recommend two things, right? The first one is you must always show up with a gift.
Okay.
It shows thoughtfulness. It shows that you are not struggling.
Yeah.
Because you can afford a gift.
What was the gift you bought for Patrina's parents?
I forgot. I think it was popcorn or something like that.
Not sure.
It was what?
Popcorn, I think. Or like oranges or something like that.
No lah, maybe some cakes or what lah.
Yeah.
It was something.
Snacks.
It was inexpensive, but
It doesn't
my
matter
dad
what
told
the
me
gift
mom,
is.
like, yeah.
Okay.
That, and then when you meet them, ask about them, because I feel like many people, especially of the 50 and above age group, I feel like they have a wealth of stories, but they're also at this point where they're dealing with their teenagers or their 20-year-old, right, which feel like, oh, life is progressing so fast.
Yeah.
And so I don't really care about your career highlights now, because I'm trying to build my career.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they don't have that outlet. Yeah, so I always do ask them about their life or their job or their career.
Yeah.
And then actually it's not that they want to brag to me or they want to tell me about it, but they're telling her through me about their life, which probably is something that they might be dying to do. Yeah, so those are the two things I would recommend. What was the question? I forgot the question.
It was, how do you know when it's the right time to get married?
I have
Right
one for that
time.
though. I think that if you are choosing to get married, you don't think about divorce. And then life will have a lot of highs, a lot of lows. Probably more lows, to be very honest. And who is the person that you want fighting beside you? If it's gonna be her, right, and you found her already, right, the timing don't matter. I have a lot of friends that change job before they are ready, got married before they're ready, have a baby before they're ready by accident. And on hindsight, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, you look back, you're always glad you did it younger. We were the first in our friend group to get married. And it was like a bit crazy. And I remember my guy friends was like, goodbye, we do farewell parties because John's not going to be around anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite funny lah, But deep down, I also a bit scared, right? Like, is this over? Because we also fight about that, right? But on hindsight, I turn back, I'm so happy I got this behind me because it's done, like our house, our first house, where right now we have friends at our age that are trying to BTO and buy their first house, and maybe their income, if they are lucky, their income is higher than the BTO threshold. They have to buy from resale. If they are not as lucky, then their income still within the threshold, but then the price of BTO it's higher than before.
Yeah.
And at this stage where we have laid our foundations, they still have extremely big ticket purchase. Like for us, we ran out of big ticket purchase already. Our next big ticket purchase is probably accidents, to be very honest. If something very unexpected happens.
I hope you have insurance.
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
But for our family members as well, not all of our family members are insured.
Yeah.
That will honestly be our next big ticket item. So on hindsight, I look back, I'm very happy. I got through all that. We struggled. And everybody know that we're getting married at such a young age, at 27 years old. I mean, young for our time. Auntie, uncle, sorry.
28.
20. We're getting married at 28. So the ceremony was simple. We got away with it.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy we sped through everything.
But with that said, I also want to say don't rush into marriage lah. Like just because everyone is getting married, right? Then you feel that the next guy you see just a bit of 6 months, then you think that I can get married, then we get married.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to marriage. Like
Yeah.
first of all, talk about your debts. Like whether there's money issues,
Yeah.
like the finances,
We
and
have a whole
know
episode about that, guys.
yeah, correct. Like you need to know the person inside out, or like know the person well enough to know that, okay, this person, I'm gonna sign a paper and say that whatever is mine is yours, whatever is yours is mine. You know, you're gonna share and be in one family. So I think with all the happy things that you're gonna plan for, wedding and all the nice things that you're gonna have, right? There are also a bunch of things that you need to address before going into a marriage.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be the baggages that you are carrying and that you have never told anyone before. This is the right time. Yeah. So.
Oh, you know
trash all
what's
that
a
out.
real advice? Go for a marriage prep course. You don't actually need to be married, or like you don't actually have to get married after that. But
Okay.
you go to the marriage prep course. That accelerates it. Like for us, the marriage prep course was fruitful.
Is this like a secular, like complete?
No, it's not.
It's a religious
There is
thing.
no.
It's secular. We went for ours because it was religious, and we needed to do it to get married in a church.
Oh, okay.
That's why we never got down to doing it. But it's also because at that point we've dated for 10 years.
So my sister went for a secular one. Like she is Buddhist and I think the husband is also Buddhist. Then they decided to go for it because they feel that it's crucial to know more about each other. Even though they have dated for like 7-8 years, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's
That's so
really
crazy. I super recommend marriage prep courses.
What are some of the things you learned that were useful in the course?
Conflict resolution, or even there's a form now to write down your debt.
Mm.
There's this. There's also things that you list your priorities. So
And
there's a
how
bunch
do
of
you
priorities.
plan to manage the finances after you're married? Let's say if you have a kid, let's say about traveling every year, what are your expectations in a marriage?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always surprised that I've seen friends that have been dating for 2-3 years already. Some even got married already. Then realize the partner want or don't want kids, and like that never came up. Then I'm like, you know, how did that not come up? You know,
Never
what I mean?
discussed it before.
Yeah, and so that one quite exhaustive. Marriage prep course not fun. It's quite painful.
Yeah.
But
I know of people who've gone for marriage prep and then broke up like almost right
but
after.
good for them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good
I mean,
on
you
you.
avoided like potential disaster,
Yeah.
right?
I think I have a DM that came through a few months ago. She married because after watching the episode about dads, right? After they got married for about like 4-5 years, she found out that he has a $40,000 debt,
Oh,
and he
gosh,
decided
okay.
to come clean because he can no longer hide it.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What do I do?" And then at that point, I'm like, "Is declaring bankrupt an option?" Then he say, "That's one option, but I'm thinking to give him my life savings."
Okay.
And then I'm
but
like,
they're married, right?
Yeah, they're married.
Okay.
They're married. So, but the thing is, the good thing was the divorce did not come to her mind. She never once told me that should I divorce him. No, she didn't. Then I think a few months later, she checked in with me again, and then she told me that I gave him everything I had, and I could tell that he is he's repenting, and he started driving Grab just to make up for lost time. I know it's gonna take him another 10 years to save up the money and be comfortable, but I'm glad he told me. He said it's because like after they talk about I don't know how it came up lah, but it is this kind of thoughts that you should have. Let's say if one day the guy or the girl is gonna go into ditches, right? Are you willing to be there and sacrifice and give it your all to be there for that person? If you're not, then I think you're not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you want to fight with in the trenches?
So Johnny, under pressure, it's not about the right time, it's about whether you're with the right person. And if you're questioning if you got to figure out whether you're with the right person, I guess.
Marriage prep course.
Marriage prep
One
course,
weekend. Rough it out there. Answer will be very clear.
I don't know if we answered anybody's questions, but I think there's lots of good advice that we've given throughout the
No.
episode.
I won't say good lah. That's
We
not
might have
advice.
answered the questions, but we did not give advice.
Yes, that's possible as well. And I think that's a good place to end it without maybe giving anyone anything satisfying. So, but before we bring it to a close, if you guys are watching at home, if you have any problem, any conundrum that you are facing that's keeping you up at night, you can write into us at the link that's on the screen right now, or you can find it in the show description as well. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us.
I hope it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah,
I
how
think
do you find this phone?
Yeah, I think you are very
You want the
specific
phone?
at this phone.
Yes.
I'll give you the link up. I think there's more. I think there's more.
Okay. You know, this is something I always realize, right? I always look at cables on the ground, and
Yeah, I'm looking
I
at
always
it, how
see
to
penises.
untangle it.
oh,
If you want to find out more about John and Pat's relationship and whatever they have to talk about, their special massages that they go for, you can find it on their YouTube channel, John Pat Cross. So link and subscribe. Link in the show description, and you can go and subscribe over there. And finally, thank you Audio-Technica for powering the audio for this podcast.